everyone, welcome back. So now we know why Saturdays need to be ship-free. So the capital city of Alaska is Juneau, and even though compared to other capital cities around the world, it doesn't really have a high population. There's only 30,000 people that live there. So as you can imagine, kind of like a town more than anything. Like it must have village vibes because there's not many people there. But because of where it's positioned on the Pacific coast, many cruise ships come through every single day. And sometimes on a really busy day, maybe in the summer or in the winter during peak seasons, there can be up to 20,000 people that are visiting Juneau every day.
On top of the
of them. So it's like 2/3 of a city's population comes to visit every day as extra. And so as you can imagine, I think many people probably want to live in Juneau because it's quiet, it's peaceful, there's beautiful nature. And so if you add 20,000 more people into that equation, it's causing a lot of trouble for the locals. And so they're kind of split into two different teams. One team thinks that, okay, it's good for our economy. These people, they come, they spend money, but the other team kind of think that because tourists on cruise ships typically tend to spend their money on the cruise ship, they're not really benefiting the local environment. And so because of that, people are trying to campaign to have one day a week where there's no boats that come to visit. And because of that, people are kind of up in arms in Juneau because the shopkeepers obviously want to earn revenue and they don't want a day where they don't have a lot of foreign tourists coming to visit. But on the other hand, people are like, well, we live in this city and we came here for the peace and quiet. I don't want to spend my time around tourists every day.
Especially like the tourists they're usually in the party mode, right?
Yeah, right. So a lot of people come because cruise ships often have like all-inclusive drinking packages. So sometimes people get off the boat and they're already drunk. Or if they come, they think, well, I'm never going to visit Alaska ever again. So what does it matter if I do something wrong or break the rules or
illegal things?
I'm just really drunk in public. It doesn't really matter. But obviously for the locals where this happens every day, it's causing a big problem. So thinking about Juneau and its beautiful wildlife that its residents are trying to protect, what about in the United States? Where's the best place to see nature for you?
So Alaska. Alaska in the
That's
US.
true.
Yes. And also Florida. A lot of alligators. They're everywhere. So people can have close encounters with them in their backyards. But yeah, mostly to the north and close to Alaska. So that's where people can see bears and moose. Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Yellowstone.
Yellowstone Park, yeah.
To see the buffalo.
Yeah. They're dangerous, did you know?
Yeah, I've heard, but they're just so like
majestic
fluffy and cute. I think it would be fun to see them.
How about in the UK?
In the UK, because our country is quite a lot smaller, the vast majority of the UK is covered in green space. So either farms or woodland or parks. So you can maybe go about 10 minutes away from your house anywhere that you would like to go and you can see really awesome nature.
Oh, nice.
But I think one of the most famous places, there's a park in London where deer come. So it's kind of like Soul Forest where there are deer, but they're free to roam. So they come out when the sun rises in the morning, so people love to watch them and then they go back into the forest again. It's very sweet. And especially,
that's lovely.
Yeah, in like a huge city, like urban city like London, it's really cool to see some giant wildlife.
Yeah, I can
Because they're really big, especially the stags, so it's really interesting for them to see.
Very different to New York where you can see rats.
Pizza rats.
Yeah.
So, would you like to live in a place like Juneau where you can only get there by boat?
No. I think of all the things that the commodities that I have in places where I can access easily. So I think of that, and also healthcare, accessibility to hospitals, or if I was in danger and if I live in such a remote place, then it would be very difficult to get some medical assistance, and that's what goes through my mind. I'm very prone to get hurt. So, how about you?
I think I'm someone who gets motion sick quite easily. So, and also I like to travel a lot. So I think being trapped on an island where you can only get out by like tiny little like propeller plane or a boat would be super inconvenient for me. I think I've lived in a huge city for too long. So as you said, I'm used to like the modern commodities of living in a city. I don't think I could go back to living on an island. Okay, so we hope that you enjoyed the article today. Make sure that you take a look over today's vocabulary and try to incorporate them into your life. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Plethora.
Plethora.
Wildlife.
Wildlife.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
Ashore.
Ashore.
Ecosystem.
Ecosystem.